Hey, what's up, everybody? So, I'm taking a praise break from all of the news and all the isms and schisms of the world. I just wanted to say, hey, how are you doing? I want to share a nice memory and this nice poem. I'm going to talk about it and then I'm going to move on to the next video. So, I do remember when I was younger, I used to walk into my granddad's house. If anyone I know that lived the American dream, it was him. And obviously he had some rough times in his world, and he had some good times just like everybody else, but he has gone. But when I was doing my little thrifting thing, I was at the store one day, in a thrift store, and I was just walking around. I just so happened to see this particular poem, and it's not really a poem. I guess it's kind of like a story, and it's called FootPrints, and I wanted to share it with you, my listeners. I want to say please like, share, subscribe, and thank you for taking this time out with my praise break, my own personal one. And I'm going to move forward. So listen to this. It's called FootPrints. I'm going to start reading. It says, one night a man had a dream. He dreamed he was walking along the beach with the Lord. Across the sky, flashes scenes from his life. For each scene, he noticed two sets of prints in the sand. One belonged to him and the other to the Lord. When the last scene of his life flashed before him, he looked back at the footprints in the sand, and he noticed that many times along the path of his life, there was only one set of footprints. He also noticed that it happened at the very lowest and saddest times in his life. This really bothered him, and he questioned the Lord about it. Lord, you said that once I decided to follow you, you'd walk with me all the way. But I have noticed that during the most troublesome times in my life, there's only one set of footprints. I don't understand why. When I needed you the most, you would leave me. The Lord replied, my precious child, I love you, and I would never leave you during your times of trial and suffering. When you see only one set of footprints, it was then that I carried you. So that just goes out to anyone and everyone that sometimes they feel we sometimes feel like we could just blame God for certain things, and we like to take ownership of a lot of different things. I know I do as a man, because I'm a real man. I ain't gonna lie. I mean, I'm not perfect, but I'm a real man. And in my walk with God, there's times where I just feel like I got to do this on my own. And I could do this, I could do that. You don't have to carry me, Lord. But the funny thing about it is that He's with us all the time, and He wants that personal relationship with us. So, as you move forward into this week, just be mindful when you look at that big screen. As we go one day, we're all going to go. It's just when we put that sword in the sand of time, we're all going to do it one day. And just be mindful, God, before we even get there, because I got an old saying. I picked up from a very wise man. He said this. He said, I'm not home sick, but I'm just homebound. I'm bound for home. I know where my home is. I know this place is only temporary. And I would love to do, and I need to do. Even on this channel, it says, the word tells us, it says, don't build up your treasures on this earth where moth and dust doth corrupt and where thieves can break through and destroy, but build up in your treasures in heaven where moth and dust do not corrupt and where thieves cannot break through and destroy. It's when you put God first, and when you do the things that you know that He wants you to do. In other words, those gifts that He given you, you're now using them to your best ability And also you're using it also to uplift him in the process. When you use those gifts and whatever they may be, he can, he'll work with you. He'll be your battle axe. He'll be your sword. He'll be your shield. He'll be everything. And the word tells us that. The problem is, I think in society that's going on right now, is there's too many people that are misinformed and don't understand the full word of God and don't understand how powerful that it can be and affect your life for the better. Another problem is that a lot of people don't have these. They may look to other people for principles, for morals, for beliefs, when the beliefs are actually there's been a moral code out here in society for a very long time, and the House of Representatives and other people, and just the collective consciousness. Yes, you all may be steering the morals and the principles to a newer level. But I'm here to tell you that God has an unchanging hand, that his morals and principles will always be the same, and the further that we walk away from him, the more trouble that we'll be in. I do believe in my heart that's one reason why we're going through these crises that are here right now, is because we have a lot of people that are willing to just put it in their own hands. And God is going to put all of us in a position where we're going to have to realize that, he's going to have to carry me through this, because there's no way I'm going to be able to get through this on my own. So I put my faith, my trust, my hope in him. I love the Lord. He heard my cry, pitied every wrong. As long as I live while troubles rise, I'll hasten to his throne. I'm not the one to consistently preach condemnation, and I'm not the one to consistently explain, but I must tell you, I must tell you that the rules apply to everybody, including myself, and that I'll put it to you like this. The word tells us, John 10:10 explains to us that the enemy has come to steal, kill, and destroy, but Christ has come that we may have life and have it more abundantly. I'm about having an abundant life. I'm about trusting in the Lord with all my heart and leaning not to my own understanding, but in all my ways I will acknowledge him, and he will direct my path. I am about walking with the Lord completely. And the things that I know where I am weak, he is strong. That's one reason why I know I used to be really confused, and I'm be done. I used to be really confused when I heard the meek shall inherit the earth. It is the ones that are meek and the ones that don't have it. When they decide to put their trust and hope and faith in God, that's when they get exactly what they need, because they don't have no choice but to do it, because they have no tools. The only thing they have is the faith. All they have is the hope, and all they have is a prayer, and all they do is have is that small step, because we can't just hope and pray and then that be it. We have to work and do the works while it is yet day, for the night cometh when no man can work. We have faith without works is dead. So not only do you have to have that hope, if you're a meek and lowly person, you're humble, and you know that you don't have enough, even though that you may not have everything that you ought to have, and the things that you may not have, the fancy cars, the big cell phones, iPhone 12, and all of those other things. But if you put your faith and trust in God, he can elevate you to the new level. He could get you that new job. He can get you that new home. He could get you that new car. He could get you that, even if sometimes it don't have to be, like I was saying, it doesn't have to be always a financial blessing. Sometimes it could be health. He can heal your legs. He can heal your arms. Your body can be renewed and restored. As long as you put your trust and hope and faith in him, and you do the work. Find out what it is that can make my arm stronger. Find what it is that can make my leg stronger. Trust in God. Know that he can help you. Know that he can deliver you from whatever element that he can. And also, and I do believe in just common sense, man. Don't go through life knowing that you're hurting and this, that, and the third, and not doing anything about it. So on that note, y'all, I just wanted to explain to y'all that I have a close walk with Christ. I would like to explain to you all that I'm not perfect at all, but I am a strong man. I'm a strong black man. I'm a strong Negro, and I love the Lord. And I'm gonna work while it is yet day. I'm gonna work here on 2020. I'm gonna hope and pray that this channel grows. I'm tired of looking at it and seeing it not grow, and I decided to do these little news things and do my little commentary on them. But eventually it'll be something big, and hopefully I'll be able to reach these other bigger channels and have my take on religion, politics, music, and so on, which you will hear all my views. No one is like me. I am unique in itself. That's why I call myself the unique thinker, and you are too. You are a unique individual. The word tells us that those that are Christians, or those that believe in some of them call him Yahweh, some of them call him that. Those that believe in the Lord, the word tells us that we are a peculiar people, part of a royal priesthood. We're not your average Joe people, okay? We're part of a royal priesthood, and we are the heads and not the tails. People actually listen to us. There's people that I know, they talk about so many different ways on how they are persecuted every day, and it's a darn shame that this world has to be like this. However, I understand, and I'm not going to put my hope and my trust in anything except for God. Because I'm going to be like that man that built his house on a rock and not on sand. That's who I'm going to be. On these days, it's going to be hard to get saved. It's going to be hard to find God in these days. It's going to be hard to find Christ. There's so many temptations to look at. We got our cell phones. We can look at porn. We can go to the Netflix. We can look at any kind of horror movie and films of people killing people. And I've seen probably over in the past week of watching Netflix, I've probably seen a whole generation, probably at least 400 or 500 people get murdered all in a week on Netflix. If I ever want to hear people killing people and wanting to shoot up people, all I got to do is turn on Hot 97, and I can hear it's just consistent bombardment of things that does not it is not suitable for our civilization. It's different acts that we are fed in. In other words, we're seeing all these people and we're entertained by them, but we know that we're not supposed to act like that. But yet we're consistently being fed it until there's a generation that will say, no, I've been fed this for so long, I am going to be that way. But we as people, as the individuals, have to have moral character, beliefs. We have to have integrity, and we have to be able to understand the difference between good and the difference between evil, and navigate between both, because there is a difference between good and evil. That's what the judicial system is all about. It's about incriminating the bad guys and casting judgment on people. And I know that, you say, well, there's no good and bad. Well, you keep thinking that, all right, but there's going to come a time where we all will know the difference between good and bad. And if we don't, if you won't, and you're misinformed, you've been lied to, then woe unto you, because the signs of what they called in the book of Revelations, that bowl of wrath and all of that stuff is real. Between the locusts, the pestilence, the viruses, and all of that other stuff that's coming along the earth, it is here. It is here. It is now. Earthquakes in diverse places, rumors and wars and rumors of wars, so on and so forth. All of that, you can't tell the difference between man and woman. All of that is all here, and it's all right now, and they're even passing laws to help it bring in further. So I just ask for you to enjoy the fact that I'm going to use this ability, because enjoy the fact that you're able to talk about Christ, because I'll live for him. So just enjoy that. Enjoy the fact that you're able to live and talk about him in this society. That's one thing I do love about America, because we don't have to, even though it's there's a lot of unwritten rules out here in America. Oh my gosh, is there? Oh my gosh, the big money people have a lot of unwritten rules but everybody is unaware of them, and we talk about them, and we have a collective consciousness about these unwritten rules, and we talk about them, but there's nothing that we can do about them because there's people behind the curtains that are controlling things, and we don't know who they are. But one thing that I can tell you is that I know the man that's not behind the curtain, but I know the one that opens and closes the curtain. I know the one that's keeping everybody alive in the front and in the back. And I pray to God that you open up your heart, open up your soul, open up your mind, and that you yourself will understand that you are a child of God and you have rights. You have rights. When I say you have rights, you are an heir to the kingdom of God. Understand what you have. Understand that you're able to love people only with that love, that real love of Christ, the love that Christ love. That you're able to have peace that passes all understanding. Anytime when I have burdens, I always give it to Christ anyway. That's what I do. I have burdens, I have problems, I have isms and schisms, I have situations. That's my perfect time. When the load gets really hard on my shoulders, I say, man, I can't handle this no more. I get on my knees and I pray. And I'll be like, oh, God, get this stuff off of me. I feel better once I get off. When I get this stuff off of me and I move forward with my life, I make the decisions that I have to make at that particular time. Somebody knows what I'm talking about in here. So I just want to tell each and every one of you, thank you for joining in. Thank you for listening. Consistently grow with me, please. I'm trying to get some subscribers out this piece. So just join with me as I move forward in the kingdom building. I hope that you accept Christ in your life today. This was my word today from my heart to your heart. God bless each and every one of you. This is what my work is to do, is just, and I'm also going to have some fun. I'm not going to be consistently talking about Pelosi, politics, and Donald Trump and shootings, and oh no, because life is bigger than that. I'm sorry. You join this station, you're going to see a whole lot of different things. I'm here to tell you, life is bigger than just politics and guns. It has God. It's beautiful. There's beautiful things to admire, to see. There's beautiful things to just see. Sights. This is a beautiful world, but there's people out here that are trying to change it, and we have to. I think it's our duty to at least keep each other informed on our own angle, the way we see it. So you're going to definitely hear it from my angle. I love each and every one of you. God bless you, and peace.